What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's doing well in this crazy time. So this being my first vlog, really not sure what I'm going to be talking about too much. You know, I've been watching a lot of vlogs. Started off with the Harley Tech, John Maxwell, and was watching Adam Sandoval, which, you know, I love what those guys do. I started watching Adam Sandoval last year. You know, getting his stuff together with his life and everything. Read his book, Inside My Helmet, and yeah, it's a lot of very inspirational stuff that he is doing right now, helping veterans. His K River campground in Moyers, Oklahoma. He's got a camping spots out there and everything. Really made it inspirational to what can I do as a veteran to give back to my own community. So I wanted to share my passion of riding with everybody, and you know, eventually this channel really blows up, that I have that opportunity to give back with everything that I have coming in off of this channel. So being my first vlog, you know, I understand right now there's not going to be much coming in, but eventually that's what my plan is with this channel. You know, the Harley Tech, John Maxwell, started watching him, and he you know, has a lot of great things as far as how-to videos, installations, and all that type of stuff. And honestly, I love what his videos show. Some of the content that he shares, his videos and stuff like that. I actually just purchased a Insta360 because of him. I really like what those videos showed and everything, so I actually went out and got one. I have it in my saddlebag right now. I just got it in. I'll be doing a unboxing of that here later on. You guys can check that out. But yeah, so being my first vlog and everything, I just wanted to, you know, get out pretty much for maybe only the second or third time, actually get out and ride this year. Unfortunately, with this coronavirus and everything, haven't really been able to get out too much. The weather has not been the greatest, and when it is good, I'm actually getting the honey-to-do list done. So there's not much left on that honey-to-do list. So hopefully, as the weather gets better over the next several months, I'll be able to get out and ride a lot more. I actually finally got my wife convinced to, you know, let my son start riding. My son is 14 years old, a little older, but right about the same age I was when I started riding with my stepfather. You know, that's who really got me into riding itself. A little backstory here. My stepfather and my stepbrother and I would go on motorcycle rides together. Not necessarily together, but when we would get together on weekends, when we shared weekends together. One weekend, my stepbrother would go out with my stepfather or his father and go on a long distance ride to different Harley dealerships and everything along those lines. And the following weekend we were together, I would get that opportunity. And I just loved getting on the back of the motorcycle and cruising with him. It was really enjoyable. It was relaxing to me, and that's what relaxes me now, is just getting on the back of the motorcycle. I don't know how many other people are like that, just getting on the motorcycle and cruising, not necessarily particularly going anywhere, but just to get out and cruise. That was my exit there, but it's only 8 o'clock. I don't have to be at work till 9 o'clock, so we're going to continue cruising for a little bit, and we'll head back in later. I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. That way I can start doing what I want to do and get back to my community, my veteran community. I give you some background here on myself. I enlisted in the United States Marine Corp in 2001, right before my senior year. June of 2002, I went off to Parris Islands, South Carolina for Marine Corps boot camp. Graduated in September 13th, Friday the 13th, from Parris Island. Came home for a couple days of leave, went back down to Jacksonville, North Carolina, to MCT, or Marine Combat Training. I was there for about, I would say, to October's time frame, middle October. Then hop, skip, and a jump away to Courthouse Bay, right there in Jacksonville, to engineer school. Went through combat engineer school, met some really great guys. My best friend, my brother, Robert DeLug, he is been with me every step of the way from that point. He was in the platoon deck below me, and in boot camp. He joined me at MCT in the same platoon, and then we went to Courthouse Bay together. We're in the same platoon for combat engineer, and we got shipped off to 29 Palms, California. California. Nah, that fucking sucked. Excuse my language. But, yeah, middle of Mojave Desert. Look it up. That's where everybody goes now for combat arms training right before deploying to Iraq or Afghanistan or anything along those lines. But yeah, he's been with me every step of the way, and he's a true brother to me, and definitely appreciate everything that he's done for me, and just glad he's alive and well and kicking it down in Florida right now. So yeah, I was in 29 Palms for about 4 years. I did a tour over in Iraq. That was in February of 2004. My unit deployed to Iraq, convoyed from Kuwait up to Iraq through Baghdad, all that. Ended up at our base that we helped take over from the 82nd Airborne. and turn that base around to fully operational for combat action. Saw a lot of rocket attacks and mortar attacks coming into us, that type of stuff. And then I left there, I want to say that was late August of 2002, late August, early September time frame. Came back, did my time, rest of my time in 29 Palms with my unit. Also got fapped out to another unit to help with range cleanup. So what was nice about that was I was with a different unit but on the same base and everything, but I got to deal with all these young grunts and everything that would come into the base and you know, use the training facilities out in the middle of the desert, and have to kick them in the ass to get their ranges cleaned up the next day after they went through their training. Yeah, that's pretty much my story with the military. When I got out in 2006, my wife and I and my son, we decided to move to Charlotte, North Carolina. Moved to the, I guess you could say, wrong side of the tracks there, and didn't feel too safe where we were at. We had a couple drive-by shootings in front of our apartment complex. We had some drug overdoses found dead in our apartment complex, so we kind of rode out our lease to the end and moved back home here to Lancaster. Honestly, it's one of the best things I could have done was move back here. You know, I really didn't know anything or anyone down there. I just decided, hey, let's move to North Carolina. So that's what we did.
Lancaster County Motors, family of dealerships, are now open for business. We are happy to welcome you back and help you with your purchase on.
So yeah, we've been back now since, I want to say this was 2006, December we moved back here, and you know, I didn't actually get my motorcycle license or even start riding motorcycle till about 2007, 2008. I just knew I wanted to. It was a passion of mine when I was with my stepfather, was just to ride. So I finally got my motorcycle license. My stepfather was gracious enough to lend me his Harley Davidson Dyna convertible. I want to say that was a 99 or so. Rode that for a year until he decided that he wanted to sell it. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't have the cash flow that I do now to be able to buy it from him, so I had to let it go. Eventually, I finally got my own motorcycle. My first motorcycle was a Honda Shadow that I purchased. Great bike, great beginner's bike, and just a few years ago, I started having some engine trouble with it, not accelerating correctly on the highway and all that. Could have been my fault. I put a Cobra exhaust on it and took the baffles out and rode without the baffles forever. I just like the louder sound. I'm a person that feels your bike needs to be loud so you can be heard, seen. So that's what I did. So I ended up trading that in. I got this 2014 Street Glide. off somebody that was looking to sell it on Craigslist. Purchased it at a really good price, and been riding this ever since. Really great bike. One complaint I do have with this is the suspension on this is not the greatest. I was honestly gonna pull the trigger here on a 2020 Indian Challenger, and kind of thought better of it after talking with my wife, and her not very happy with idea of spending money at this time. So I had to kind of back out of it, unfortunately. So I think I'm just gonna end up riding this thing out for a little while yet. Maybe put some suspension on. If you guys know what kind of suspension or a good suspension to put on here that's not too expensive, leave them in the comments below. I would definitely appreciate any input from anybody. I did some modifications to this. I've added the 03D cup holder here. I got the IO mount, magnetic mount for my cell phone here, which I will do a review on that. I feel it's one of the best mounts out there. You know, my phone has never fallen off of that at all. It's a really strong magnet. I think the only time my phone actually fell off was when I accidentally hit it with my hand at the bottom of it at a stoplight. Luckily I was at a stoplight. I was able to put the bike in neutral and pick it back up, but yeah, started the process of blacking out everything on this, and as you guys know, buying Harley parts, man, they can be expensive. So I only got the engine area done, and I think that's the way I'm just going to keep it. It's just the engine area blacked out, and just leave it as is with the rest of the chrome. Maybe eventually black out the exhaust. I don't know. I'll probably get the new Challenger by then. So yeah, this is downtown Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. A lot of things has changed over the years. This building right here, this was old, abandoned something, warehouse or something along those lines, but you can see they're still doing construction here. But it's beautiful. Get some input from you guys. You know, let me know what I can do, what I could talk about on these moto vlogs. Hopefully the weather starts cooperating. I can have my son on the back, and you know, you guys can hear his thoughts on riding and everything along those lines. You know, it's a passion that I have that I want to share with people. As I said before, it's relaxing to me. Maybe I'm always in a better mood when I have the opportunity to get on my bike and just cruise. Whether that's a short cruise to work or a little bit longer cruise to work like I'm taking right now. Like I said, normally I would been on the highway, off the highway pretty quickly, but I wanted to chat with you guys for a little bit and you know, give you some background on my history and get some input from you guys. If you watch this whole thing, I definitely appreciate it. I know I was rambling on and everything along those lines, but definitely appreciate you taking the time watching this video. So please like, share, comment down below. hit the subscribe button to the page. Oh, that's another thing, guys. What do you guys think about my MotoVlog name? Marine Rider, or should I go with the Moto Marine? Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thanks again, and we'll talk to you hopefully sooner than later. Take care, and have a good one, guys.